Ever since I did that scratch track, kept asking the engineer, who sang that song? Who sang that song? I was very excited to see Rajinikanth, but Hariharan sir was there and Rahman sir was there. He really trained my voice for playback singing is what I can say.
Tracking milestones of an incredible journey spanning 30 years. Rahman Music Sheets. Hi friends! In this episode, how about a twist in the tale? It's there for you all, so do watch the episode till the end and capture the moment of the day. Doli Saja Ke Rakhna, the debut film of Jyotika. In 2007, its soundtrack by Rahman was adapted for a Kannada film, Sajni. This was Shweta's first solo song for A.R. Rahman. Since then, Shweta Mohan has sung for Rahman in Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, Kannada and Hindi. For PS1 and 2, the blockbuster epic by Mani Ratnam, Shweta Mohan was chosen to sing in Malayalam.
Can you recall how did you go about recording Alaikadal in Malayalam?
Much earlier, I had done a scratch track for Rahman sir. The tune was on the lines of this song, and we had done it with dummy lyrics. And at that time itself, I was head over heels in love with the tune of the song. And ever since I did that scratch track, the tune was in my mind all along. I think all along the COVID phase, kept asking the engineer, who sang that song? Who sang that song? Because it was such a beautiful song. And I knew it was for Mani sir's movie. And I kept asking the engineer, who sang the song? Who sang the song? Then finally, one day, they said, there's a song, you have to do the Malayalam version for it. And when I went and heard it, I realized this was that tune. And of course, it was much different from what it was when I had done the scratch track. And Antara had sung it so beautifully. I was very happy that it was sung by Antara because she really deserved the debut song. It was done so beautifully in Tamil, and I was happy that I could do at least a Malayalam version.
You had done the scratch version in Tamil or in Malayalam?
No, then he had asked us to put dummy Hindi lyrics actually.
When you sang Alaikadal in Malayalam, I'm sure you were giving your voice to a song that was complete, fully arranged. So we all know that Mr. Rahman records a fresh song on a bare track. For a singer, what's the difference and which is better, singing on a bare track or a complete song?
Both are beautiful. So I've done so many scratch tracks with Rahman sir, where he would just be composing the song. I've been through that magic where he layers it layer by layer. He would be composing and then he would ask us to go sing it, and then he would figure out how it sounds with the voice, with the female voice, and then he'll be composing it then and there, and he'll be exploring the different the range for the song. So he would make one stanza and then he would move on to the antara. Sometimes the antara might not be in the comfort range of the female singer. But then he, without a second thought, he would change the pitch to suit the scale. The scale of the first stanza would be in, for example, if it's in C major, the antara, he would quickly change it to another scale, whichever scale suits the female voice, and then so beautifully he would merge that first astai with the antara, and then he would layer it. And I've seen that magic unfolding where he would just, in that divine energy, it would just flow through his hands. He would not be playing it over and over again, just once or twice he plays. And then soundscape will be built, and I've had goosebump moments when he did that, and that is another beautiful experience. But when the song is already made, that is also amazing, because you know the whole roop of the song.
1995 Bombay, one of the best-selling Indian music albums of all times. British paper The Guardian included it in the list of 1,000 albums to hear before you die. Bombay's theme track introduced Rahman to the world. Many international films used it. Bombay's soundtrack featured some of the best singers in Indian cinema: K.S. Chitra, Swarnlata, Hariharan, Kavita Krishnamurthy, Udit Narayan, Shankar Mahadevan, Suresh Peters, Srinivas, Remo Fernandez, Sujata Mohan, and it also featured her daughter Shweta Mohan as part of chorus.
Yes, I have very vivid memories of the recording, very clearly remember. They wanted children's chorus, and they knew my mom had a daughter, a kid at home, and they asked a few musicians' kids to come over. And that's how myself and Bombay Sharada, and then there was G.V. Prakash, who's a big composer now. We were all just playing around there, and then Rahman sir would be there, but we just we didn't realize that this was, a huge, big composer. He would behave so casually with us, and he would come down to our children's level, and he would record us, and he would ask us to dance, and Kuchi Kuchi Rakama and Gulla Gulla Alla Gulla. These two songs, I very clearly remember the recording. I remember Hariharan sir coming to dub his portions. I remember sleeping in the studio premises through the night. Very vivid, beautiful memories. Yeah, and I'm very lucky that my first ever recording was there in that blessed studio.
Shweta, most of the guests on Rahman Music Sheets recalled their first meeting with Mr. Rahman, and obviously they knew who they were meeting. But in your case, when you met him first, you were a child. Did it even occur to you that you were meeting a new star on the horizon?
No, it did not. I knew, composer, it's a song being made for a movie, and I knew that was something, very, very special that is happening. I didn't know how huge he was, or I just didn't realize. In fact, even Rajinikanth sir had come, I think, to listen to, I don't know, maybe Muthu, I'm not sure. He also had visited that studio when we were recording, and even Rajinikanth was huge. I was very excited to see Rajinikanth, but Hariharan sir was there and Rahman sir was there, and I just didn't realize it, to the extent that there used to be a swing in the studio back then where, that the cane chair kind of swing, and I was swinging in it, and Hariji walked out of the studio, and Rahman sir also was there, and they walked out, and they were standing there and talking. I think Hariji wanted to sit down, but I just wouldn't get out of the swing, and Rahman sir would look at me, but I'm not realizing, I'm not giving space for them to sit down. And then sir said, he used to call me Shetty, because Shweta Shetty was famous then. He said, "Hey Shetty, Hari uncle wants to sit down." And then I was like, I still wouldn't budge. So that's completely not realizing their greatness at this stature. And then I think after a while I got scared they might scold me or something, and then I ran off.
Can you sing few lines of Kuchi Kuchi Rakma? Let's see how does it sound in your voice now.
Kuchi Kuchi Rakma Punnu Venu, Kudasali Rakma Punnu Venu, Sadi Sano Tungalaye, Samakore Kovalaye, Kuchi Kuchi Rakma.
After Bombay, It took more than 10 years for Shweta to sing for Rahman.
I was not ready for, full on career in playback singing. I had a long way to go. I had to polish myself really well. And I wanted to do it formally, give a demo. I didn't want to go by my mother's recommendation. I wanted to do a very formal, make a demo, give it to music directors, and that took time definitely. After making the demo, after I felt a little confident about the position I was as far as singing is concerned, that's when I started approaching few music directors only who my mother was, who she felt, she can reach out to. And how lucky am I? Rahman sir, we can see thousands of CDs piled up in the studio, for just a listen from Rahman sirs, but he called us. He didn't listen to the CD. He said, "You just come." And my mother and I went, and he just came and he said, "Sing." I was so tensed. Then he realized, I think he realized I was really tense. He said, okay, put the CD. Let me listen to your recorded voice. So he heard the recorded voice right in front of me. How lucky, how blessed am I? So he said, okay, very nice that you're singing, come. So since then he really trained my voice for playback singing is what I can say, because he made me sing a lot of choruses, a lot of background score work. He made me sing a lot of scratch tracks. So, that is experience. So, and then Enthiran, my friend. I was almost, every other day I used to be in the studio for some work or the other there. So one such day they recorded Boom Boom Roboda. Chikki mukki akkani vali valiye oruvanin kaadalil pirandavano he ekkinile poottavano engalin kaadalai சேர்த்தவனோ திருமண திருநாள் தெரியும் முன்னே நீ எங்கள் பிள்ளையோ ஹே ஆட்டோக்காரா ஹே ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காரா கூட்டம் பாரு உன் ஆட்டோகிராஃபுக்கா பூம் பூம் ரோபோடா 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 ஜூம் ஜூம் ரோபோடா ரோபோடா ரோபோடா. And coincidentally, it was also the first song for the lyricist, Mr. Madan Karki, who is the great Vairamuthu sir's son. It was his first song as well.
Shweta, last year you posted a birthday wish for Mr. Rahman, and I quote you, "You create with purpose and think for the growth of others around you. You have a vision for the benefit of future generations." Unquote. Can you explain what made you write such words?
See, now this is why ARR Music Sheets is special. Because I don't think anybody else will, remember this and ask a question based on that. So, when I wish somebody, especially somebody as special as Rahman sir, I take it out from the bottom of my heart. What I feel is what I post. So on that day, this is the feeling that I had, because he never makes anything just for the sake of making. He wants his creation to touch people very positively. He wants to make a difference in people's life through his music. So that's why I said he creates with purpose always. When he's creating music, even on a live stage, he creates it to heal, to spread love. There's a lot that is being spread, not just music, but there's something beyond music that he spreads in his concerts. So that is why I said that. And he definitely thinks for the benefit of the people around him. because he inspires, he mentors a whole lot of people who are with him, around him. He thinks for them.
As a child, Shweta never wanted to learn music, yet she trained in Carnatic classical, Hindustani classical, and Western vocals. Her mother, Shweta Mohan, didn't want her to become a playback singer. Yet, Shweta lent her voice to some of the most popular film songs. Even after earning name and fame, she never shied to sing in chorus or even scratch tracks for Rahman. With many untold stories. In our next episode, Shweta Mohan will be back. Stay with us. And now the twist.
You know, in that divine energy, it would just flow through his hands. He would not be playing it over and over again, just once or twice he plays. And then the soundscape will be built, and I've had goosebump moments when he did that.
Do you agree that this indeed was the moment of the day? Is your choice different? Whatever your mind says, write it in the comments section below. We will be waiting. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon and stay entertained.